You want to know, that's where I am. And I hated that we have become a society that we just take a pill for everything. We would put our kids on pills in elementary school if they don't behave. Anybody else? Yes, but to answer your question, Jan Morgan as governor will never be leading the charge to legalize marijuana in the state of Arkansas, okay? I'll be doing that. Yes, ma'am?
I just want to say that
Patricia, yes.
and I feel very privileged to be here tonight because I had heard about you, but I never had the chance to actually be in your presence and meet you and really speak. And I was telling people I am supporting a local candidate for prosecuting attorney, Parker Jones.
Okay.
And I would tell people, I said, well, I'm going to vote for her because I'm sick of Asa. You go, girl. I'm going to put you involved because I'm on the campaign trail for them. I can tell them that I have this more than we need a fund.
Good. Well, thank you. What we need, yes, there you go, Hamburg for governor. We need more citizens doing what she's doing and what so many of you in this room are doing out there. I mean, I love getting on social media every day. You know, people say, how are you doing this 19-hour days, 7 days a week? How are you getting through? You know, when I'm just about to die, and I just think, I just can't do another step. I can't smile at another person. I can't talk anymore. When I get to that point, you know what I do? I get on the news feed on Facebook, and I look at all of you out there having competitions of who can get the most signs in people's yards that day. And the most creative way that you're out there trying to get Jan Morgan for governor out there. I have seen there two people now, a man and a woman, with the big 4x4 signs. The signs are this tall. And they put the little strings here so that it's one sign here and one on the back, and a couple of strings here to hold together. It's like clothes, and they're standing at intersections, busy intersections, just standing on the corners, Jan Morgan for governor. And here's the most creative. I saw this yesterday. I couldn't believe it. This goes to Bob Bailey. Y'all know Bob? He ran against an Asa stronghold out for, I wish he'd won. But anyway, you know what he did? He took a Jan Morgan for governor sign, and he attached it to his drone. Yes. He's flying around. He's flying around. It's like, wow, is that legal? I really don't need anybody to do anything else illegal, please. Because, you know, it upsets Asa. He's calling about wanting to know who's putting up those billboards. I said, hey, I don't know. You know, they're people. They're real people. They're exercising their First Amendment. I don't know who did that. They didn't ask me. I don't even know where they all are. But they're popping up everywhere. There's like 5 in Little Rock now. 4 or 5 in Jonesboro. I mean, every day it's more of them popping up.
Got one on East End.
There you go. So this is truly a grassroots campaign. And you know what? I had to give up what I do on Fox. For those of you who don't know, I was an analyst on Fox, a regular guest, weekly, on Fox Business Network, offering political analysis as the national spokesperson of the Citizens for Trump organization. But even before that, I was doing analysis on Fox as a gun rights advocate, a Second Amendment advocate. Anytime there was a mass shooting, they put me on the set with the anti-gun radical, and I had to debate the person. So I had to give that up to do this, because once you announce that you're running for office, Fox is like, can't do that. But May 23rd, I look forward to going on national television and not only telling America, but telling the world what you just saw in this little state in the southern part of America is a true grassroots revolution for the people. Running a campaign, you know, just regular people said, yeah, we can do this, and regular folks said, yeah, we can do this, and they got boots on the ground and knocked on doors and took it back to the way it used to be, the way it always should have been, and won a statewide governor's race against a governor that's supposedly one of the most popular in America. That is historical, folks. The national media is thinking, oh, she doesn't stand a chance. She's got $30,000 to make. We've raised a total of, I think, $129,000. From the beginning of our campaign. He's got 2-point-something million. He says he needs 5 million to defeat us. I just think that speaks volumes. What? If if you're that great of a governor, you shouldn't have to spend a dime running for re-election. People should feel it. Man, this is a great state. My taxes are lower, my job's good, look at all this new industry. Man, our roads are in great shape. Boy, it's great to live in Arkansas. Shouldn't cost you any money to run. People should know it. Living and working in Arkansas is better with you in control. And if it costs you that much money to produce fancy commercials to convince people that the reality they're living in isn't really real, that it's like you say it is, something wrong there. Yes?
Something you might want me to ask, do you have any specific thoughts on improving schools for like special needs and kids with learning disabilities?
You know, a lot of people probably wouldn't see that as a huge issue because there are not as many as there are standard students. But for the parents of kids with disabilities, like dyslexia, it is a huge issue. And in almost every county I've visited, I've had at least one or two parents come to me and say, can you do something about, you know, educating kids who can't learn the way everybody else can. And more needs to be done. One lady told me, she said, Jan, I got so tired of trying to get my public school district to do something. My daughter is dyslexic. And she said, I just went and got the training myself. I went and got my certification so that I could not only teach my kid, but other kids. And there are another lady in Waldron, took a picture with her little girl. Shaylee, have y'all seen her picture on my Facebook? She's the little kid that wears Jan Morgan for Governor hats and t-shirts to school every day. She's my youngest supporter. But they think she has dyslexia. And it's just to the point where she's starting to realize that she has trouble learning things, you know, and it relates to reading. So, you know, if we've got the money and the resources to hire special teachers for illegals who come in here, then my gosh, we ought to be able to take care of our kids who are American citizens. Another one of my biggest supporters, Bradley, is in a wheelchair. And he's let me know a lot about the people with disabilities in the state, things that I have no idea. And I will never BS you folks. I'm never going to stand in front of you and tell you or act like I know something I don't know. And I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn. But I'm willing, and I'm also smart enough to know that I need to surround myself with the best of the best. Real folks, not economic elites, real folks to help solve our state's problems. And I can assure you that I've already talked to some people who are parents of children with disabilities and people who are adults with disabilities and what they've been through. And those are the people that I'm going to be talking to in addressing those issues in our state. Just like the education issue, I'm talking to teachers, principals, superintendents, and I've already talked to parents. But I'm not going to solve and deal with our Department of Education with the education issue in our state. And we're still at the bottom, folks. We're still at the bottom. We've been at the bottom way too long. We're going to solve it from the bottom up instead of the top down. I'm listening to teachers saying, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? And I've learned a lot on that front. On the issue of education too, because I forgot to mention earlier,